All right, so this is a continuation. This is recording 711-711. You can find me again at ChristinaStation918.com. Okay, so on the shooting on the YouTube one that I posted, I put more decode that I did of the shooting in the comments, but I'm going to record them. I was told to record my comments because Jean steals anything I write, trying to steal my identity, and she passes it over where her criminals are, and then she acts like she's me. And that reminds me, somebody played in my brain my recording, making reports against her, but Jean was the one playing it. She overtaped my voice and was playing it in John McCain's voice, acting like I'm some secret informant and everybody's just answering to Gene Roberts. Because John McCain's family thinks Gene Roberts is so almighty. And she's doing that to antagonize. For those of you who don't know who John McCain is, he's a senator. He ran for president. He's a senator. He was a senator of Arizona. He was an Arizona senator. He passed away from brain cancer. And I decoded, and I think she stole the page out of my book because I can't find it. But I decoded a whole page. She gave him brain cancer. I decoded it. I also decoded her stalking Sarah Palin, and there was someone else, and it was all in the same. She was stalking Sarah Palin's whole family. Maybe it was Barack Obama, her stalking Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton. I can't remember now, but I went back to look for it and I couldn't find it. And you know how Jean likes to schmooze. So this is another thing is my dad knows John McCain or knew John McCain. And you know John McCain was a POW. And you know during Trump's campaign, he gave John McCain hell. So Jean is using it as an antagonizer. She doesn't even like Arizona. As if Arizona is even an option for Eugene Jernigan Roberts. You need to go to jail. You did the World Trade Center attack. And you did the Oklahoma City bombing. She probably proclaims to not like Arizona because she doesn't want to be suspected in committing the World Trade Center attack and doing the Oklahoma City bombing. So that's behind that. So she's doing it to antagonize me, but it doesn't antagonize me. When I lived in Oklahoma City, I made this thing because Jean likes pretty men. She likes boys. She likes young men. And she likes the men who are petite in nature or baby face like Mark Zuckerberg. Even Mark Zuckerberg knows this about Gene Roberts. I started dressing Mark Zuckerberg and different celebrities that would come on in NASA suits, so they wouldn't have to experience Gene Roberts assaulting them. I'm serious. I put like everybody in it. She tries to put herself in a NASA suit. And then I just take the NASA suit off her and put her in a paper freaking box. She does all kinds of nasty crap in my brain. So anyway, then, so I was like, I lived in Oklahoma City and I made this picture, right? And Jean can see through my eyes, right? She moves my eyes around and she can see through my eyes. There's probably not anybody anywhere. It's expensive technology. But there's probably not anybody anywhere that she's not looking through the eyes of. Anyway, or moving people's eyes around or whatever. But anyway, so I like make pictures and then I'll like hold them up to my eyes because I'm like threatening Jean because I know she's staring right at the picture that I'm holding up. So I put a picture of John McCain, because John McCain is a pretty boy. I mean, he's a handsome guy. Okay, he's a pretty boy. So I put a picture of John McCain, and I put a picture of Gerardo. Do you remember Gerardo? He's saying Rico Suave. And I put a picture. Who else did I put a picture of? Someone else. And I want like different combinations, but they're all like pretty boys, pretty men. And then I put something on there like, I hear you like, I didn't say I hear you like. I'm like, I know you like pretty boys, Gene. And I like threatened the ever living hell out of her. I wrote something and threatened the ever living hell out of her. And then I held it up to my eyes so she could see through my eyes as she sees this picture and she's being threatened. So people were on my brain and they got a kick of it. And they're like, who's the Latin guy? And everybody's like, that's Gerardo. And they're like, oh my God, Christina's crazy. So anyway, so she's doing that to antagonize me. I also decoded her stalking of Meghan McCain, and she tried to white people Meghan McCain years ago, but I know Meghan McCain, John McCain's daughter, I know she's wise to Gene Jernigan Roberts, as is all of Hollywood now. But anyway, so anyway, where was I going with this? I don't even remember. So I wanted to add in more to this crime. Jean committed this crime. She did a shooting at Brown University. So last week in the, I don't know if I put it in a recording or not. Last week, she made a terror threat. And she was like, I'll be there soon, or I'll be there. Da, 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 da. You know, she does those like, see you next week. And she does all those terror threats. Okay. So she goes, I'm on I-90. Which is a highway that runs through the bottom of Louisiana. And I said, oh, really? So then I got on Louisiana State Police. And I don't remember where I notified him at, if it was Facebook or I don't remember how I notified him. But I sent him a note, hey, Gene Jernigan Roberts is out making terror threats, and she claims she's on I-90. You might want to check it out. So I let Louisiana State Police know, which goes to, again, to her putting that fake van with the CGI New Orleans police thing on it last night. Like she's Mrs. Louisiana or something. Okay, so that goes to the shooting. So she pre-planned to do that shooting because that goes to Baton Rouge, Brown University, Baton Rouge. Okay, she's making a reference to LSU Tigers. So anyway, also, let me add in more that she did here. So, okay. Let me go to the recording that I just made and get the notes from that. Hang on a second.